One thing that we're really excited about is this spotlight of animals. Rather than there's tons of ways you can go on and watch cams that are set up in zoos, or you can potentially even see like or like recorded live stream of Facebook sessions with zoos and different things. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could get some of these people to actually come and talk to us, and we could ask them questions. So we've had, it looks like, two or three partners who are going to join us. The Franklin Park Zoo, I think, is probably going to be our biggest supporter. And cool enough, they have a sloth that they're like, yeah, certainly we can show them the sloth. So it looks like, and then the Grizzly and Wolf Center, they're all the way out in Yellowstone National Park. They take grizzlies and wolves that are, well, we'll learn more about them when we meet with them, but are not necessarily stray, but have run into issues, and they've had to relocate them to the center. Super cool place. Any of you who've been out to Yellowstone, you've probably visited this place. It's one of the classic tourist attractions, but they're not trained animals. They are there in kind of like a wild setting. Anyway, so what this is going to entail is on Tuesdays. We're going to try to make it always on Tuesdays. You'll log on. We'll get on to Google Hangouts. You will make your screen so it's not a grid view. So whoever's talking, you'll see like their large image, and that will be the person who is from the zoo or from the Grizzly and Wolf Center. And they'll give us 10 to 15 minutes on an animal that they've kind of brought forward to. You will all be silenced in the background, and then Miss Ford or I will kind of mediate through chat that happens on the side, any sort of questions that you have. And so as the person's presenting, will probably be some sort of like interview process where I'll be asking that person questions or asking like a follow-up to something that I know that we're going to touch base on later. So, there'll be this kind of orchestration of a conversation with the park person or the zoo person and myself. And then Ms. Ford will come in towards the end and ask any sort of questions that you have that you've put in the chat box. So again, it's going to be super cool where we'll have this kind of like interaction. At least that's what my hope is right now, with these different animals. And to kind of touch base a little bit about that, so just to kind of test things before we go out into like working with these people who are professionals, we're going to get a little one-on-one with, that's right, Lola the Hedgehog. Now, some of you have already met Lola the Hedgehog through this live streaming with me at Hangouts. It is my hedgehog. I should say it's my wife's hedgehog, but it's living at the house because it's her classroom pet. And so I think that my wife, Lisa, is going to give her a bath, which is totally fun to watch a hedgehog floating in water and getting scrubbed down. And then we'll learn a little bit about the hedgehog and just kind of like get ourselves oriented to what this will look like. So that's what that spotlight is. Certainly that can kind of evolve and change. We might get a few more people on board, and if we end up doing this for the rest of the year, which I hope isn't going to be the case, but if we do, I think we even could line up the rest of our time doing these as our Tuesday schedule. So we're excited about it.